Good morning. Good morning on this day after Christmas. So, if you're joining us live or in the replay, then welcome, welcome. And I hope you had a wonderful holiday. I do not anticipate that we're going to have a lot of people joining us because it is early in the morning. Day after Christmas, and that's okay. So, but I'm here, and hopefully, I can give you all some very good sprints. We're going to be doing 4 20-minute sprints with 5 minute breaks. 20-minute sprints are for anything you want to do. So if you want to get back into writing after the holiday, if you celebrated it, then this is a great time to do that. If you have other stuff that you're doing, that is cool too. Whatever you're doing, we are here to give you a thumbs up. I hate this screen. Thumbs up and to support you. So we do have, it looks like, a couple people. So please let us know what you, how your, first of all, let us know how your holiday was, whether you're celebrating, you celebrated Christmas or not. And let us know also what you want to be working on for these sprints as well. Now, I don't celebrate Christmas because I grew up Jewish, but I do kind of, try to do holiday stuff on the holidays. So I made a lovely holiday meal, lovely vegetarian holiday meal because I don't eat meat. And I just kind of tried to relax. I saw a couple of old movies and just, kind of took it easy on the holiday. And sometimes I don't have family. As I said, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I also don't have family or friends in my area. So I was kind of doing it solo. So I know that that kind of sounds like, oh, that's the worst thing to be on the holidays. But you know what, y'all? Not always, not always. Because sometimes it's just really nice to have, that peaceful time on the holiday where you're kind of doing some self-care and you're taking care of yourself. So that's really cool too. That's really cool too. So, however you celebrated the holiday, if you did not celebrate the holiday, it is all good. Let me put on the timer. So our 5 minutes, so I don't babble for babble to you all. So I will be working on writing stuff. I have right now, I am at the pre-edit proofreads for book one of my new series coming out next year. So I'm going to be releasing, I spent this year really just focusing on writing and getting ahead, hopefully ahead with my writing because I'm trying I'm trying to do sort of do things differently for next year because I'm releasing a new series. It's in a new subgenre, so I want to kind of open a new page for that. So I spent this year writing the first three books of this historical cozy mystery series, and that so that next year I can just do kind of the tail end of the process and I can publish them every 3 to 4 months. So it's not really a rapid release, but it's kind of I'm trying to build some momentum and some consistency and also get a little bit ahead instead of just the way that I've been doing, which is like writing the book, publishing the book, writing the book, publishing the book. And I always felt like I was kind of like chasing my own tail, just kind of like always trying to catch up. So I'm hoping to get a little bit ahead. So right now I am at pre-edit proofread stage, which for me, that's something that I do, is basically just doing a proofread of the entire book before I give it to my editor. Now, a lot of people are saying, okay, why that doesn't really make sense because what is the editor supposed to do? It's a copy edit. But for me, I tend to put a lot of flab into my first drafts, a lot of flab. I'm talking about like at least 10-20K worth of flab. I'm not kidding you. So I like to go over the drafts before I give it to my editor because otherwise my editor is going to be spending 2 months, trying to clean up my mess. So this way she can really focus on what the stuff that I really need focused on instead of just having to waste a lot of time just taking out extra words and things like that that I put in. So let's take a look at the comments and see what lovely people we have joining us. Hello, Emma. So glad you are joining us. Hey, Afran. Hello from Iceland. Hello back to you from Texas. Wonderful that you are here with us. So Emma says, fellow Jew here. Yeah, so don't really celebrate, but enjoyed a nice, quiet, relaxed day. Yes. Yes. And that sometimes, I mean, I love family. I love family, but well, I love some family. We won't get into that, but sometimes it's just really nice to kind of spend a holiday, just a quiet holiday. Let's see. Hello, Michaela. I think yeah, I think it's Michaela. Remind me if I'm saying it correctly. Remind me if I'm saying it correctly, because I think it's not Michelle. It's Michaela. I think. So just let me know if I'm saying it correctly. If I'm not, let me know how to say it, please. But hello, welcome. Emma says, working on draft 2 of my NaNoWriMo draft. Beautiful, wonderful. That is so awesome that you're back. You're continuing to work on that draft, because some people, they just kind of they write the draft for Nano and then they just sort of push it aside. So, and I'm guilty of doing that. The book that I'm actually um, editing or proofreading right now, the first book of this new series, is actually a book that I wrote for Nano in 2013, and then I put it aside until this year. So let's see. Michaela says, I'm outlining a new series that I want to start in January. Beautiful, excellent. January is a perfect time to start a new series. Hey, Bryn, good morning. Wonderful that you can join us. Hello, Tara. Is it Tara or Tara? Please let me know, because I had a childhood friend. I have a childhood friend. I just haven't contacted her in a while. But I had a childhood friend who spelled her name Tara, and she was very picky about how it was pronounced. She said it's not Tara, it's Tara. So please let me know if it's Tara or Tara. Halfren says, Christmas has been amazing with my husband, kids, and cats. Oh, that's so wonderful. Today's the second day of Christmas. We have dinner party at the in-laws tonight. Beautiful. Wonderful. I'm so happy that you had such a nice holiday. Let's see. It looks like we have... I'm just letting this play. Okay. Okay, I am block. Okay, it looks like I just had to block a bot. My apologies for the bot if you all are on YouTube and you see these weird messages. These have been coming in this year, so we're just trying to cut them down. So my apologies for that. Nicole says, yeah, you are saying it correctly. Beautiful. Okay, wonderful. I'm glad. Emma says, I kind of use Nano as a way to get a draft out of a project I've been working on for a long time. Excellent. So it's an ongoing thing for me. Wonderful. Yes. And Nano is an excellent way to do that. So it is Tara. Yes. But either way works. I have a family that calls me both. Yeah, but yes, I will definitely remember that. And because I'll remember that because of my friend as well. Okay. Beautiful. Let us get started with our first sprint. So we're going to go for 20 minutes, whatever y'all want to do. I'm also going to be getting breakfast during this time and putting coffee on. Coffee is very, very important. So for whatever you want to do, we are here to support you, give you a thumbs up. I will see you all in 20 minutes. Pressing the button now. Well, that was a little bit too loud. So I lowered the volume for that. So let us know how you did, what you got done, maybe what you didn't get done. That's all cool too if you just relaxed. I did about half a page of proofreads. I had to kind of go back to the previous chapter and tweak some things. It was kind of one of those situations where it's like, it's like you start to read and you're like, oh, but wait a minute, but that should have been set up in the last chapter, but not quite. And so you have to go back to the last chapter and set things up. So it's that whole thing of continuity. So I also had breakfast and I've got coffee going. I don't know if you all can hear it. This is my new 12-cup coffee maker. It's supposed to be quiet, but I can hear it a little bit here. So, but it's quieter than my very old 5-cup one, and it also takes a lot less time. This one takes, I think, like maybe 10 minutes to make coffee. The other one, I swear to you, all took like about 20-25 minutes. It was ridiculous. So let's see who we have with us. Sorry, y'all. I'm just kind of scrolling through. Hey, Jude. Good morning. Happy to see some sprints going on. Yes, and we are happy to have you here. We'll join the next one. I have some scene cards to write this morning. Beautiful. Glad you could join us. Hey, Ray, just joining in. That is totally, totally cool. Popping in and out, I am totally cool with that. So. Heffron says 445 words. Excellent. Still finishing my nano draft currently around 98K. Beautiful. That's wonderful. So any idea, Heffron, how long you think it's going to be? Because I'm just curious because I know that, sometimes I know for myself, for example, that sometimes I plan on a book being a certain length, and usually it doesn't turn out that way at all. It usually turns out much, much longer than that. And I actually joke around a lot because, as I said, I'm writing a historical cozy mystery series. And if you've read cozies, you know that they are usually around like 50 to 60K. They're fairly short, like quick reads, 50 to 60K, maybe 70K. And for these first 3 books, all of the first drafts were over 100K. So I'm like, this is a problem because, of course, when you're talking about genre and you're talking about audience, you do want to meet audience expectations. And so having a cozy mystery that is twice as long as most cozy mysteries are is not a great thing to have. So, but now I'm cutting down the word count. I actually don't know how much so far the word count is. I should probably look just out of curiosity, but I know that I've definitely cut out a lot of words, and probably I'll be cutting out more words because I'll be doing more proofreading later and with the edits and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. My goal is to get it to maximum like around 80K. That's my goal. So we'll see. We'll see if I can do that because I think that I can get away with 80K for a historical cozy mystery because it's got the historical stuff in it. So I think that reader is kind of, well, it would be okay if it's longer, but 100K, I think that's not going to work. So, so we'll see if I can do it. Let me see what else. Beautiful people. Okay. Bryn says 108 words and rework the plot for my last 5 chapters of the book. Excellent. That is wonderful. Reworking plot is great. That's great. That sets the foundation. Tara says, I'm reworking the beginning of Nano Product, 227 words so far this morning. Excellent. Wonderful. Yes, reworking beginnings, always good. Always very, very good. Very positive. Emma says, got really distracted figuring out how someone could realistically make someone believe they caught the moon and then put it back. Ooh, I like that. when I should just press forward. Yeah, that's beautiful though. I like that. But no, I totally get what you're saying though. I totally get what you're saying, because sometimes it's that we do get caught up in these things, and then it's just like we kind of realize after a while it's kind of like, you know what, I think I just need to move on. When I get to those revisions, when I get to those edits, then I can figure this stuff out. So Emma says back to writing for the next sprint. Excellent. Our little music going. I should have some. I should see if I can do the pull down some holiday music. Halfren says mine is fantasy romance, and they can be long, but I aim around 110K. But then I'll have to edit it, and it might get shorter. Yeah. So yeah, but that's really great that you know your genre, and you know kind of what the reader expectations are in terms of length. Now, of course, it's not always about that, because it's like, you want the story to kind of, be as long as it needs to be. But also, it's also thinking about reader expectations as well, I think. So okay, wonderful. So let's get into our second sprint here. So we're going to go for 20 minutes. Whatever you need to do, we are here to support you, to give you encouragement. I will see you all in 20 minutes. Here goes the button. How did it go? So we are about halfway through right now. Let me put the timer on. So, what did you get done? What did you do for these 20 minutes? Let us know, please. There we go. Okay. Putting on 5 minutes. I got through a chapter, which is good. So, these chapters, I actually, for this book, and this is not the first time this has happened to me, I divided the chapters up into shorter chapters, like probably around like 5 to 8 pages. And then books 2 and 3 and subsequent books, I left the chapters really long. So they're more like around like 15 to 20 pages. So what I'll probably do, and that's kind of more my kind of my natural the natural place or the thing that I do with chapters. I tend to write longer chapters and just kind of think in that way in terms of, like when the stopping points are and when the action is a good place to stop the action. It just happens to turn out that my chapters are kind of 15 to 20 pages. And I think that's kind of more my natural rhythm, I guess, or my natural pace, maybe, for writing. So probably what I'll do with this book is once I get through, because I actually wrote it in longer chapters and then I divided it up in shorter chapters because I thought that maybe that was going to be too long before when I did the revisions. So now I think probably what I'll do after I do the proofreads is I'll go back to putting the chapters together. So it's about, hey, writing is about experimentation. So it's about what works for you. So let me get my reading glasses on. By the way, we are halfway through. So if you have not gotten up yet to stretch, get breakfast, get coffee, I've got my coffee. So this is I don't know if you can all read this. It says, "You are amazing, caring, essential," which I love. I actually got a couple of new mugs because I went to Tuesday Morning, and some of you may not be familiar with that store, but it's kind of like a store that has like home furnishings. It's got toys. It's kind of like I guess like a Pier One kind of store where it has a lot of kind of knickknacks and stuff. And I think what happens is that the people go to like the owners go to like flea markets and things like that. So they sometimes pick up some really interesting stuff. So, and I've got one that's like almost like right across the street from me here. So since I'm moving in January, I'm like, okay, and last week I had a tough week. So I'm like, I'm just going to go and I'm going to do, just going to take a look and see what's there, which I have not done in years because I'm a little bit limited with my budget. So usually when I go shopping, I have like, something in mind that I need. But this time I'm just like, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to see what's there, whatever catches my eye. And I'm just, going to do some retail therapy. So that's kind of what I did with that. So that's how I bought this mug. So let us see how you all are doing. So let me scroll down here. Okay. Here we go. Hey, Diane. I was going to get up early to join, but my bed won. That's okay. I totally understand. But you are with us now, and we are very, very happy to see you. I hope your holiday went well. Hafren says 431 words and finished a chapter. Excellent. It's always awesome to finish a chapter. Feels like a real accomplishment. Amos has got 397 for that one. That is terrific. Hey, Claude. Good to see you here. Bryn says 176 words. Excellent. Ray says, I got no writing done, but that's because my mom called. Happy to talk to her. That is awesome. And you know what? Sometimes talking to mom is just the best thing to do. So Taurus has got another 232 done. Thanks so much for the Smiths this morning. I have to head out. Okay, that's fine. Yes, and we hope that you will join us as well. And thank you for being with us for the first hour. Yes. Let's see. Good morning, Lisa. Just got up ready for some research. Excellent. Research is terrific. Research is fun. Research is fun. Although I do have to for myself, it's historical research, so I have to be careful because I love history. So it's so easy to go down that rabbit hole. But it's cool. Ray says, I will be working on a novel that I decided to completely change around. Great. From middle grade fantasy to dark fantasy. Wow. That's a huge change. Not sure if I want it to be adult or young adult. But you know what? If that's how the book is going, then that is terrific. It's all these things usually we think we decide what they are, but it's actually the book that decides what they are and the characters that decide. So we're just the mouthpiece. Hey, Logan, joining in doing HB90 planning. Wonderful. Yeah, I just finished my planning probably around like Wednesday or Thursday of this week. So it takes time. It takes time, but it's all good. It's all good. Claus says I'm trying the next sprint to cut a ring binder from 3 rings to 2 rings. Oh, wow. To put my index card in it. That is cool. That is so cool. Emma says if you started at middle grade, then young adult. Yeah, but you know best. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point, Emma. That's a good point. Because sometimes I think jumping from. I mean, I've never written middle. Well, I wrote. I guess I wrote like for kids, quote unquote, when I was a teenager, and then I moved up to writing for young adult, and now I write for I write young adult, and this is all stuff that's like totally unpublishable. But sometimes it can be a challenge too, but it can also be a fun challenge as well. So yeah, it's kind of like whatever you feel is best, and whatever you feel your story is best for your story. Let's get into sprint number 3. We're going to go for 20 minutes. So, setting the timer here for whatever you need to get done. We are here to support you. I will see you all in 20 minutes. Here goes the button. So, how did that go? We are at almost at the last sprint, putting on the timer. So, let us know what you got done. Hopefully, you got something done. But also, if you just rested, that's good too. It's still a little early in the morning. I am about halfway through the second chapter. I'm really hoping to get the chapter done because that is my quota for each day, to get this done in time to get it to my editor, is 2 chapters a day. And I'm going to be since I'm going to be moving in January, probably like in the last 2 weeks of January, I'll be moving. So I'm guessing I'm not going to have a lot of headspace to do anything. So to work on writing, and I need to get this book to my editor at the beginning of February. So that's why I'm kind of giving myself a deadline and a quota to do each day, so that I'm sure I finish it before I have to move. So let's see how we all did. Let's see. Okay. Diane says replanning projects for quarter 1. Yes, Diane, I don't even want to tell you how many times I did that in the last week and a half. I mean, seriously, I did. I probably did that like about 3 times, and it happens every single time for quarter 1, and sometimes it happens in other quarters too. So let's see. Oh, looky, we've got a cute little bot. We have a couple of cute little bots. So sorry, I'm just scrolling in here. I'm going into, let's see. Okay, I'm going into YouTube. And what I'm doing is I am first reporting them because it is unwanted commercial content or spam. Actually, it's probably pornography, but I'm not even going to open it and see. So that has been reported, and it looks like we've got a second one here. Ooh, isn't that nice? Okay. So I think the bots on, as annoying as they are on YouTube, they're kind of like this whole, it's kind of like when you get like your first 1-star review, and on the one hand it really sucks, but on the other hand it's like, oh, okay, well, if the 1-star reviewers are finding me, it means I have arrived. So it looks like I have arrived on YouTube because the bots have found me. So okay, moving on. Let's see. Sorry guys, I got distracted by these stupid bots. Okay, there we go. Kinda, sorta. Yeah, Diane says kinda, sorta. Hafren says 430 words. Beautiful. You are just killing it with the words this morning. That is awesome. Emma says took a little break, so 190 for that one. That is still excellent. That is still terrific. And let's see. Block user. Bye-bye, bot. Bryn says 210 words. That is excellent. Claude says could not find a ring binder victim to experiment on, so did outlining instead. Okay, well, outlining is good. But you know what that means, Claude? It means that you get to go to wherever you buy office supplies, and you get to buy a new binder. Isn't that cool? And always an excuse to buy a new binder. Emma says, can someone explain what exactly are the bots? Okay. So this is how I understand it, Emma. The bots on YouTube are basically like automated bots or robots that basically come in, and some spammer sets them up to just automatically go into like YouTube live chats. And I think what they do is, for the most part, what they do, and Diane probably knows this better than I do, for the most part, what they are is they will have like links to, if, like, for example, if you clicked on the link for one of these bots that I just removed, and you went to the profile, they might have a link to like a pornographic site. They might have a link where they ask you for personal information, which of course you never want to give. Also, I have heard that sometimes live stuff on YouTube can get like a lot of bots, and what that will do is it will raise the participant number on that live chat. And the problem with that is that YouTube can see that as somebody trying to manipulate the participants in the live chat. So they're trying to, because of course YouTube is like a lot of social media where they basically make more visible. If like let's say there's a live chat and there are a lot of people attending, then YouTube will say, oh, it looks like this person's really popular. So when people do searches for whatever they're giving their live chats on, we're going to push this up in the search so they see it. And so it's kind of like, so YouTube can see that if they see a lot of bots like that, then they can see that as they can think that the person who's doing the live chat is trying to manipulate the participants. So, and they can shut down your account. So, but that's like that's not like in this case where, I'm getting like 2 or 3 of these parasites. This is when you get like, a couple of hundred of these parasites. So, so knock on wood, that has not happened, and hopefully that will not happen. Lisa says, welcome to the big times. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, it's sort of like a double-edged sword. So Diane says, Emma, I think is their automated spam. Yeah, that's what, yeah, exactly, Diane. Yeah, very good way of explaining it, automated spam. They leave comments. Yeah, on published videos too. They do. That's right. You're absolutely right, Diane. But bots are on about social media platforms. They are. They're on all social media platforms. It's just you cannot ignore these parasites, unfortunately. They're real fun if you have a blog. They are, which is why I have like, like I think like 3 or 4 like spam filters working for my blog. Totally. Okay. Yeah. Good to know. Yeah. Yeah. It is good to know. Okay, wonderful. We are going into our last sprint. And I have not mentioned when there are sprints going on next week because, to be quite honest, I'm not really sure what the schedule is for next week because we've got, with all the holidays coming up, then there's just a lot of sprinters. Some sprinters are doing sprints, some sprinters are not. So I'm just not sure what the schedule is at this point. I'm not sure if Angela is doing sprints on Monday. I do know that Tracy was going to be doing, I believe, a sprint this afternoon for like an hour, but I think she canceled that. I'm not sure. So I think that was up in the Facebook Heart Breathings Challenge group. So if you want to know who is doing sprints, then you can check out the Heart Breathings Word Sprints Challenge group. I know that a lot of you who are attending here, you're part of that group. You already know. If you don't, if you're not, and you're on YouTube, you can check out the link in the description of this YouTube video, and you can join if you would like. And we're doing sprints there pretty much all the time. The holiday season was a little bit, it was a little bit here and there, but starting in January, back in January, we will do sprints every week. I do sprints every week. I'm very happy to do them. I can tell you that I will be doing sprints. I will not be doing sprints on Saturday morning or Friday afternoon next week, but I will be doing them again Sunday morning. So at this time, which is 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I will be bringing it. So hopefully some of you will join me to bring in that new year. Okay. So enough of my babbling. We are going for 20 minutes, our last 20 minutes on the clock for whatever you want to get done. Let's kind of try to give it a big punch and get a lot of stuff done. I will see you all in 20 minutes. Here goes the timer. So that's it for this morning. How did you all do? So let us know what you all got done. I am almost done with that second chapter. I've got about a page to go. So probably after I get off these sprints, I'll just go ahead and finish it. So I'll get my two chapters in. So I'll feel that'll be good to the day after Christmas, getting those in. So let's see how everyone did. Let's see. Okay. Yes. Diane says, I don't. Okay, wait a minute. Sorry, y'all. Diane says, I don't think Angela is. Yeah. So I don't. Yeah, I think that Angela is taking a much needed break. And Bryn says she did cancel. Yes. So Tracy did cancel her afternoon sprints, but we will hope to see her somewhere sometime in the near future. Emma says 304 for me. Beautiful. You did great, Emma. You did wonderful for this morning. Very, very impressed, because if I was doing like, just pure writing and not like proofreading, I don't know if I would have gotten words in on the morning after Christmas. Diane says, I'm still journaling. Journaling is awesome. Journaling is wonderful. Lisa says, stumbled on a super intriguing piece of info. Ooh, to weave into my plot. Excited. Yes, that is super exciting. That is so exciting. And Claude says, brainstormed a bit. Thanks for the spritz. You are most welcome. And let's see. Emma says, well, I'm in Europe, so cheating a bit. Yeah, that's true. That no, you're not cheating, but it's great that we have so many European people joining us on the morning sprints. That is super super cool. I actually used to live in. I lived for periods of time in the Middle East, in Israel. So there, it's like a 9-10 hour difference. Depending on the daylight savings time. So I know exactly what that feels like. I know that it's like, oh, it's morning in the States, but it's actually evening somewhere else. So it's a different feeling. Let's see. I just want to make sure I get everybody's awesome comments. Heffron says 480 this sprint, but in total today was 1789 words. That is awesome. That is so, so great. That is so great. I am so happy to hear that. And I can't do the fancy stuff that some of the other sprinters do, with the StreamYard. So I don't have confetti for you, but I'm working on that. I'm working on that. I'm working on learning to, embed all kinds of gifts and stuff like that. So hopefully, sometime in the near future, I will have confetti for all of you. Emma says, yes, I'm always calling my sister at like 7 a.m. full of energy. She's like, yeah, hold on a sec, sis. Yeah. Yeah. I have a friend who is still living in Israel. And so, sometimes I text her in the evening and I forget that it's like early morning for her time. So, yes, definitely time zone changes are like crazy. So, thank you so much to all of you for joining me. This is really, really awesome. Because I was sure that when I got on the sprint, it would be just like me talking to myself. And I talk to myself all the time. It's like it's not a big deal for me. But it's wonderful that all of you came. I hope to see all of you also in my sprints on next Sunday morning, 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And after that, I will be shifting my sprints a little bit. I won't be doing Friday afternoon sprints. I will be doing, though, Saturday morning sprints instead of Saturday afternoon, because our lovely Elizabeth is taking a break. So I'm going to be doing the morning sprints instead of Elizabeth on Saturday. So that's going to be also 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. I'm sorry, why did I say 8 p.m.? 8 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday morning, and then I'll be continuing Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. Central Time and 9 a.m. Eastern time. So, in other words, I'll be doing every week, Saturday and Sunday morning. So, I will be here for you all for weekends. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your holiday. And I hope if I don't see some of you, that you have an awesome new year 2022, y'all. 2022. That is going to be the year for us. I posted this on my Facebook page, reposted actually from a friend, and I'm not going to say it completely because it has some swear words in it, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to say swear words for YouTube, but it was a meme that was something like, okay, 2021, we had our differences, we had our different thoughts, we had our different lives, but there's one thing that I think that all of us can agree upon about 2021. What the bleep was that? And that's exactly how I think a lot of us feel. We're like, wait a minute, what was that? I mean, like, what happened here in 2021? So, wishing everybody a peaceful, joyous, wonderful holiday season. We're going to kick off on Sunday morning, the new year. We're going to kick it off with a lot of positive energy. I will see you all hopefully on Sunday morning. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.